The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world. I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I'm your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my little video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you're following me on all the social media platforms. That way, if there's a band, song, video, something you want me to check out, hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comments below. If you are going to leave it in the comments below, do me a favor. Join the I Concur Army. They are growing and they are worldwide. All you have to do to join the ICA, glance through the comments section. If you see that your suggestion has already been made or you see a suggestion with which you agree, all you have to do is like that suggestion and below reply with I concur. That will help my old burnout resin-coated DJ brain get everything into a nice little organized list, and I can put it into my handy dandy notebook. And thank you to everybody. You are my Sherpas on this new music journey of mine, this journey through sounds and sights I've not seen before. So I rely upon you to guide me up this mountain, and thank you very much for that. But remember, if you are going to DM me, no spamming. Also, every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time, we go live, The Wild Side Live, 2 hours of fun and frivolity because we don't talk politics or religion. Last week, they were speaking in Finnish. So if you feel like hanging out in my chat room and watching everybody speaking in Finnish, by all means, you can do so. So it's just no politics, no religion, 2 hours of fun. I tell stories about my 30-plus years in the rock radio industry. I answer questions, my taste, my preferences, tell stories. So you get your suggestion in that way as well. 2 hours every Saturday, 2 p.m., The Wild Side Live. Before we get started, I do want to thank Aspen Dental Connect 200, Music to See, Gothic Jewelry, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. When you've got a mouthful of nuts and you're thinking, this is missing something, ring down for more of Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Coats them, glazes them, leaves a great aftertaste. Aunt Betty's Nut Butter in your Whole Food stores everywhere. Today's video is coming to us from Facebook. I asked last week, I almost said it. I almost said something. I said I had some opportunities for people to get their suggestions in. I almost said something else. Would have sounded horrible even though it was out of context. So this is from that list. Today we are going all the way back to Buenos Aires, 2019, and we are checking out Nightwish's performance of Gethsemane. I really hope I said that right.
So let's make this a great, great, great special night on this bumpy road. Are you ready for some traveling with us? Are you ready, Argentina?
I don't know what she means by bumpy road, so if you know what she's talking about with the bumpy road, you know what to do down below.
I mean, are you ready? Then this song is for you. Gethsemane.
Gethsemane, okay. All right. Wow. Okay, so that was, okay. Nightwish, Gethsemane, live Buenos Aires 2019. The reason I say wow, that last part is what got me. This last part here, the solo with Empu. For those of you that have watched enough of my videos, you know what I feel about this cat. I think that he is one of the most brilliant tone creators in music today. I think that Empu is the kind of dude that you can say anything to. Say, I need this kind of a riff, this kind of a hook, this kind of a tone, whether it's a blues, prog bass, whether it's a metal thrash sound, or if it's a light Celtic or traditional tone. This guy creates the perfect tone at the perfect time for the perfect songs every time. And this may actually be, and I wrote it down at the beginning, I said another Empu Focus song. So I had done another reaction or another breakdown with Nightwish, and noticed that this one was Empu had to focus. Normally, Empu has what I call the aw shucks problem, because his playing is brilliant, but he has such a jovial disposition while playing that it looks as though it's not that complicated. It's the aw shucks. A lot of the older country musicians had that, where they were just, you watch Roy Clark, Ry Cooder, guys like Earl Scruggs, you watch them play very complicated chord progressions, very in-depth, very detailed, very intricate chord progressions and playing styles. But when you look at them themselves, they just really like it. But this track is different, and the whole track is this way. Everybody is pushed to their limit here, and I like it. This is a maelstrom double dutch of music, where everybody has to be ready to go and go. Like there's no warming up, there's no loosening up, there's no all right, man, give me a second. No, you got to jump in and go and bring it, and it's brilliant because again, Tuomas is the master of creating perfectly layered pieces of art. He knows exactly when and where to put things and where to push people. There might be 2 or 3 people that could sing that. And I already know who you're going to say. But I don't know anyone who can go from here to here as thickly and as cleanly as Floor Jansen does. Because again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Her control of her instrument is on a level that is, it's unicorn. It really is. This band, this song, this performance, this energy, this sound, it's a unicorn. And I wrote down when Troy came in with the pipe or the flute, whatever you want to call it, I wrote down only Tuomas and Tull. Only Tuomas and Tull could pull that off. In the middle of a song like that, you suddenly break and bring in a recorder, if you will, someone playing a flute tone, if you will, a wind instrument. And yet the thread to the instrument is already there with the harmonization between Floor and Tuomas playing the keys. That's where that harmony is going. So you've got Troy and Marco creating the tethers between Empu with the riffs and Floor and Tuomas harmonizing on their high ends, on the brighter colors, on the really bright colors, the greens, the yellows, the blues, the sky colors. That's what they're using. That's what they're building. And then you have Marco and Troy creating that middle foundation, the first cut, if you will, if you're a golfer. They're that first cut of tone. So they're creating these adhesives between what Empu is doing, what Tuomas and Floor are doing, and then through it all, at the very foundation of it all, the heartbeat of this track is this really super subtly complicated drumming that Kai is doing. You're hearing these really cool rolls and fills, and it reminds me of Keith Moon. And when I say this, there's a song, I might do a video about it. There's a song called The Real Me, and it's a really great example of how Keith Moon played drums. Normally a drummer, when a lead singer is singing, they're not doing anything. They're playing the time signature. And then when they're done singing and the guitar comes in, then the drummer will do a fill or a roll. But what I liked about this track, and when you listen closely, when you're hearing Tuomas playing the keys and harmonizing with Floor in the vocals, you're hearing these cool little cymbal rolls, these cool little drum rolls, these cool little fills in the background. And then you get these sudden changes of that heartbeat. So you're going at one pace and then suddenly he'll double up on it and then drop back into that pace again. So it's almost like you're jogging and then you're wind sprinting and then you're going back to a jog and then you go to wind sprint again and then you stop and a flute comes in. It's just an amazing menagerie of tones that are coming through in this track. But the thing that really stood apart for me was Empu. From the opening to the close, this dude was creating this wonderfully thick and smoky and clean and clear. It's not antiseptic. It's very vivid. The color that he creates in his tones are very vivid. They're sharp but not edged. And again, I can't say it enough about that guy. He creates the perfect tone at the perfect time for the perfect song every time. And he's absolutely brilliant. And again, with Floor's vocals, going from one style of singing into the operatic, that's a difficult change to make because the danger zone could be affected if you breathe wrong. Like just breathing wrong can throw something off. And her ability to jump from one to the other and then back in has always been, like I said, it's unicorn-esque. Then when you look at the crowd, I would normally have done my Holy Trinity on this, but there wasn't really much footage of the crowd. But what I did see, when Led Zeppelin recorded the song The Ocean, and people said, what's that song about? It's like walking out on stage to 100,000 people. That's the ocean. It's the ocean of people feeling that energy that you're giving off that stage. And that energy that they're creating right here, again, Tuomas is a genius. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly how to take you on a properly paced journey through music. Nothing's too frenetic. Nothing is too out of place. Everything is equally balanced within that 5-6 minutes. It's perfectly measured. That's why I call him the ultimate layer cake baker, because everything is perfectly measured in his creations. And again, he knows exactly how far he can push everyone. He knows, he trusts, and that's the brilliance of Nightwish, is that trust that they have with each other. That, hey, I'm going to throw this crazy composition at you. And they're all like, challenge accepted. And then they pull it off. So it's just a testament to the level of proficiency that this band has with the music that's created through one mind. And the fact that he makes it so relatable, you always find the thread that connects you to Nightwish personally. And that's the real fascinating psychology that I find about Nightwish fans, is the deep, visceral, emotional connection that is made with this band and with Tuomas and what he creates. And I always try to point out to people that what he creates has nothing to do with you. It is all coming from his mind, and he makes the unrelatable universal. That's the genius. That's part of the genius. Just a part of it. There are many parts to his genius. Writing lyrics that he knows this wonderful singer can sing. Hearing something in his head and saying, I know who can do that. It's just, again, it's fascinating. Every time I watch these guys, I'm fascinated. So thank you. Again, another wonderful trip on my journey up the Nightwish Mountain, and I want to thank all of my Sherpas for helping me out along the way. Again, let me know down below. Fill me in with everything I need to know about this performance, whatever the history of the band. You know what to do, man. I trust you guys. The ICA is on top of it, so I fear nothing when you guys are in the house. So thank you very much. And if you want to be a member of the I Concur Army, all you have to do is read through the comment section. If you see someone has suggested a song you want to suggest, or if you see someone suggested a song you say, you know what, I like that. All you have to do is like that comment and reply with I concur. And if you do have a suggestion for a band, song, video, something you want me to check out, hit me up with a DM, leave the link down below. Again, leave links. You got to leave links to these performances, or I'm just going to pick whatever. So make sure you're leaving a link. Don't forget Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time here in the U.S., we do the Wild Side Live. 2 hours, fun and frivolity, your opportunity to chat with me and get me your suggestions. I want to thank Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music to See, Gothic Jewelry, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy day to give my video a watch and a listen. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.